Oh god, just light it all on fire. Ha 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 ha. Oh, good.
Good.
Last week, let's see, what'd you guys do? Ran
Last
into
week,
LSE the
nothing.
Seer from the Grey Wands. Corny pulled from the deck and got a thing. Next day, party ended up going to back to the ship. Helped with the help of a few Dwarven Ranger escorts. Once you guys got back to the ship, you teleported to Wall and then to Cloud City. Corny and party did a bunch of stuff, like gathering information about troll werebears who attacked Elder Stonebeards, or also turning in cards that they gained from Princess Honeyknot, and inadvertently turning in a Staff of Resurrection. On top of that, anything anybody else wants to highlight?
Our party has no comprehension of urgency.
Well, as you're standing there
Yeah.
tapping your foot at the teleportation circle, waiting for the party, what's everybody else doing?
Well, I believe that we had at least gotten Dunlock in some semblance of fighting shape,
Yeah,
equipment-wise.
you didn't fix his armor, but you did get him a set to use temporarily.
Mm-hmm. And he set up some things to, or what, you dropped off all the adamantine with your father, is that correct?
Yep. Adamantine and all of the other goodies are at home with the family where they belong.
Yeah, and yeah, I believe at that point then we were headed back to the ship. I got a book let's see what a book, and was there anything else in exchange for the for
Yeah, didn't you
right.
get a
Experience
didn't you get
points
a
and
helper?
scrolls.
Yeah, no, I did not take the helper because they would not go into danger. And being able to cast heal 3 times a day doesn't do you any good when they're back at the ship. In a place where the ship will not follow us.
If we petrify them and bring them with us, they don't get to decide if they go into danger. They just come. Right?
This
Yeah.
is true,
We are
though
taking
maybe
the
more
all
of a
yours
middle
gate
gray.
approach.
So yeah, instead what I took as rewards, given that they would not just let me keep it, was 2 scrolls written in Ancient Dwarvish and one in Ancient Draconic that I will be at least glancing over the Ancient Dwarvish one this evening. But player knowledge is it will give me the feat Arcane Disciple for the healing domain. So then I'll be able to prepare any spells from the healing domain as if they were wizard spells, basically, and which I assume also means that then I could turn them into scrolls.
You could try.
I can apparently try. In other news, I never leveled up again because I kept making cleric scrolls. Just so y'all can stay alive.
Sounds like a great exchange for a Staff of Life.
The ability to eventually be able to cast that spell.
Well, I mean, never get to cast Resurrection off of it.
Yeah, well, at least you're keeping your party alive.
Yeah, possibly.
But you're just about as helpful as a
Bard.
Bard. Thank you. At this point.
Well, the difference is that bards get more spells per day.
So I got
Well-
a pitch for you, Sam. I got a pitch for you.
Okay.
So I've got I've got my.
I'm just gonna go ahead and pour myself a shot here because I know this is gonna be off the wall.
I mean, not really. This
Oh,
is
okay.
as far as my inquiries go, this is pretty tame. We had the question of exactly how many uses is my huge healing potion. It occurred to me that huge is 2 size categories larger than myself. So how about 3?
That sounds fair. I also liked your argument about sizing that you did on the chat the other day.
What?
Wasn't that you who was talking about the size of a giant and what it would be for the appropriate? Or am I misremembering something?
I mean, that probably was me because I'm the one that
did,
has
the
most
chat the
recently
other
had
day.
the need to know how big giants are compared to, what with taking their eyes.
Well, I mean,
Well, I mean, a potion and an eyeball are
so
things that you could easily size to a different thing. So
me-
I see the work that you did there. I think 3 is a good amount.
Yep.
I mean, at the same time, a medium-sized creature takes up 1 square, a large creature would take up 4 squares, and a huge creature would take up 9 squares. So I would think that perhaps it would be 9 doses for a medium-sized creature.
Volumetrically speaking, that is the most apt.
Yes, volumetrically speaking, that is correct.
And here's the bullshit I was waiting for. There you go.
We're dealing with magical. Actually, I'm on your side on this one, Tim. We're dealing with magical metaphysics and broadly vague sizing. So,
Or, it's a fucking healing potion.
Yeah,
And despite how much it's been diluted, it still contains 1 dose.
Well,
That's
I'm
what
going
I
to say that
figured.
this is a non-standardized size. Why don't you roll a d4 and add 2?
all right.
I'll just solve that issue. Nice roll.
So it's a 7-use cure serious wounds.
D4 add 2, so 6.
Oh, 6-use.
So it's like a 2 liter of healing potion.
Well, so I figured, the average human eyeball is about 1 inch across, and a giant is roughly 20, like an Empyrean or Titan is 25 to 30 feet tall. So reasonably, Titan slash should be about the size of a softball.
Sure.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That does sound reasonable.
And as our silent
Testicles too,
lurker out
probably.
there, Aiden would say, or agree with me, I hope, that the new Dresden book also put the size of a Titan eye as a relatively familiar concept, and it agrees with you as about the size of a grapefruit.
I need to, that's the math. That's about the math I used. I still need to read Battlegrounds, so I haven't gotten around to it.
Oh man.
I have multiple books I really fucking need to read.
You talking about Titan Eyes reminded me of the lit RPG I'm reading, and one of the main characters made a dark vision potion, and the main ingredient of it was cobalt eye.
Like the eyes of kobolds?
Yes, a single eye for a single potion mixed with water.
I mean, I would argue that any natural dark vision race would suffice for that purpose, but I like it. Like, if you want to steal a drow's eye, it'll work.
Yeah,
They won't be very happy with you.
I suppose
You
those
done-
assassins who are coming after Fuin might serve a purpose for him then.
There you go. Get a bunch of fucking. Isn't Foon already a drow? So you'd already have dark vision.
Yeah, but he's a
Or excuse me,
No,
infravision, because we're in third ed.
well, I mean, I'm saying that the rest of the party could benefit.
Oh, yep. I mean,
So,
two potions for a drow coming for him.
So if we did the same volumetric change mathematically between the human-sized eyeball and the Titan-sized eyeball, that potion should be 33. Or no, sorry, 66 doses.
Wow.
But that's just volumetrically changing for the size difference.
Sure,
Yeah.
that maybe there's that much more liquid, but there's only so much more magic in the thing.
Right.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Exactly.
that Titan drinking the Cure Serious Wounds potion is going to get.
What
to
if he only needed
48 or
that
whatever.
much healing? If you only need the same amount of magic to heal a Titan body as you do to heal a human or gnome body.
Well, I mean, it's still like the 3d8,
Still magic.
48 damage.
No, exactly. Yeah.
It's like if you took a tea bag and put it in a cup compared to a 2-gallon bucket.
Yep. No, absolutely. I get it.
It's just significantly easier to handle when you're Titan sized, when it's the size of a milk jug.
It's just you could put half booze in it and still get the same amount of healing.
I think you're
Just
onto
say-
something here.
who's
Maybe
to
you
say
should
that
retire,
healing
become an
potions-
alchemist, and just sell half booze healing potions.
But larger sizes.
Yeah.
It's like
Just say
the
they're not
Four
already
Loco of
alcoholic.
healing potions.
So they also, in addition to being healing potions, they also include haste and booze.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
I've certainly never gotten haste casted on me by a Four Loco.
Are you sure?
I mean, I will test this theory right now.
All right, let's see if you get a second wind at some point.
But that's not OG for Loco now, is it?
True. Alas, those days are gone.
You guys are ridiculous.
I don't know if alas is the correct word I would use there.
Alas, poor York, those days are gone.
Probably fortunately or
Yeah.
thankfully.
A couple less heart attacks anyway.
Oh, Foric. I knew him well.
Good prop humor.
All right. We're chilling at this portal.
Yeah, has everybody arrived? Are you guys just teleporting in?
I think, yeah, we're all there. I have my suit of armor that is acceptable.
You say that so sad, so angrily.
Acceptable. It fits.
It does.
So I just want to check again. So there's something specifically going on with the dark that inhibits teleportation. Is that correct?
Yes, just like the Dwarven nation, the nation that controls the dark has put an enchantment over their area.
Okay. So the dark is a nation.
Yeah.
The dark used to be a nation.
Now, would that inhibit teleportation through things such as that archway we discovered when we first accidentally stumbled into the dark?
No, it would not.
Okay.
Those portals are not teleportation magic, they're gate spells.
Yep. Okay. I need to talk to the Archdruid about teaching me how to use those because I am now of age.
Wait.
Druids have control of those networks, or at least they have access to control them.
The
and I am-
Greenway?
Yeah, and I am now. Yeah, exactly. And I am now technically high enough level to be able to control them.
They gave you your driver's license.
Yep, basically.
All you gotta do is go pass the test, actually.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
And that's definitely not on a far down my list of things to do once we save this clutch of eggs. And hopefully
All right.
Korok hangs out with us after that.
So Korok, since I know that you can see the eggs in the vision, like, is that all of them or some of them? Just out of curiosity.
The vision isn't perfect. It'd be difficult to tell without being present.
Okay.
Whoa, the dirty half dozen is way up there in the Sea of Radiance. Fuck. Sorry, I just
They're
saw
doing
that.
all piratey stuff.
Yar.
I'll let the RP finish, but if you want a little world news, I would be happy to tell you what's going on in some of the other parties.
This just in at the Dwarven capital. Extra. Read
I
all
think we
about
should.
it.
If we all just step through the teleporter, right? We're on the ship. I can follow a recap later. Let's carry on with our current.
Let's get going.
Okay. So you got, let's see, 1, 2, 3 until you get to the first city, and then are you going? Which way are you going? Are you following the road, or are you going straight there?
Are they flying now? Us now?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
That's just where the teleportation circle was.
They have no desire to be shot down by the ancient anti-air weapons, so they stay outside of the forest.
Just because I saw you measuring there, weren't the eggs like in the crook there of that river?
Yeah, I know you can see where I'm pointing, but I hit a dot, so that's 75. So I just don't have. It doesn't.
You're just kind of flailing about, so rather than letting it go and it disappear.
Well,
Yeah.
let's fucking go.
I guess, did we part ways with Zell then, or no?
When you guys were leaving the forest, she would have stayed there.
Okay, I just wasn't sure if she was sticking around to still, to be around in whatever capacity or not. So, I guess, with her being a Hierophant Druid of the Dark, I would see if we could not inquire of her recommendation of whether or not the road would be faster and safer, or if as the crow flies might be more efficient.
I mean, I could beat you guys all there.
Well,
but...
sure.
Maybe Korak might be able to run there as fast as you could travel.
True, that's true.
I mean, I guess I might as well take ownership of that magic carpet.
I'm that might honestly, like, do we know enough? Can I make a knowledge check on like if you're flying right at the base of the canopy of this forest, are you going to get harassed by these anti-aircraft systems, or
why don't you roll a knowledge check? Knowledge history.
That would be a 20.
20 tells you that it seems to be only objects of a certain size or larger that are targeted.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna say I would try to assist, which really just got the same thing as what I rolled.
Nice.
So the 22.
Well, 22 with an assist comes at a 24, but that still doesn't get you any new information.
Yeah.
But you do feel like you should be able to fly through the area. You see animals and other things flying. You can roll a gather information on the crew to see what they will tell you. Oh, thank you to whoever moved the A team over there. Oh, that was John. Good job, John.
We'll try
Give
and
yourself one head.
parrots can go out of the crew.
Can I make
That was 2.
Can I make a
Just kidding.
I would like to make a knowledge nature check regarding the I guess knowing where we are and where we've traveled in the dark, how different the plant life is, or if it's somewhat uniform, like if there's certain types of trees that are present throughout most of the forest.
We barely made it anywhere in the dark.
Well, I've been in several different locations in the dark.
Roll your knowledge nature check.
That's a 33.
I think you've been in 4 different areas of the dark now, and they all
Yeah.
seem to have similar trees, but not
Okay.
in the same population amounts.
Okay.
Um,
But like if there was a type of tree that I recognized, I could assume that if it's something that is abundantly common in a certain area, there might be at least a couple of it in another area. Like
all right, you're asking about tree stride. Yeah, you can probably get over there.
that's yeah, I'm wondering if I could potentially go ahead and scout the area using one of my new spells, and then if let's see, yeah, I mean there's not much more to it other than I could get there quickly and then potentially come back as long as I wasn't killed in the process.
Yeah, you could potentially get there very, very quickly. On that note, if you ever get the opportunity to play a variant elf, play a Forest Lord elf, because they get tree stride as a natural ability.
Oh, that's wild. Well, and this one is technically transport via plants.
Yep.
But yeah, same thing.
So I just need a decision on how you're traveling in the first encounter check.
Yeah. Again, so like, is Zell nearby when we disembark from the ship, or is she? Who knows?
Well, does your druid want to try and contact her with animal messenger?
I don't know. Does he?
Tyler, do you want to contact her with Animal Messenger?
I'm sorry, I was reading spells. Val, the
Yeah, Zell,
druid,
the
Zell. That's what.
the
Yeah,
bugbear druid, Hierophant
Yep.
druid.
Yep, the Hierophant. Yep. Yeah, I will send them a message. That sounds great. Okay. Yep. I will cast that to see if I can get them to come by.
Sweet. After you guys wait for a couple hours, nobody comes by.
Okay. Well then,
I think we're fine. I think we will be fine on our own.
shall we just take the road and then follow the river then?
Yep, that would be my intention.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, are we all mounted currently or not? Yes,
No.
I think.
Me and Garrett can ride number 1 together comfortably.
Okay. And Korok can keep up with us. I don't know if bugs like riding on anything.
I mean, technically, I can outpace you.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know if you can outpace the
Number
jackal.
1, then?
I can't outpace in a straight sprint, but travel time over a day, I can significantly outpace. I don't have to stop ever.
True. Sweet. Yeah. Well, let's just do that then.
Sweet. First encounter check then.
I got this one.
You got this one? All right.
Right down the middle.
Percentile, please. And a D10. Okay.
I'm reading now that Tree Stride is just the level 5 version of the level 6 one I was talking about. The transport via plants one.
Roll up another percentile. I'm sorry, 4, 5, 6, D6. 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Roll d8. 6. Huh. Well. Hi ho, hi ho. Is this the forest that I need? Are you guys here, happy as clams in my forest? Yeah, there you
Always happy in your forest, buddy. Have we
are.
ever
Alright, put
not?
yourself in traveling positions going
Quick,
down the road.
smash his armor.
Yeah, have him take it off and leave it behind.
I mean, yeah,
Hmm.
might as well.
So Korok, I suppose you're in the lead. You know more well of where we're going than anyone. Assuming you saw in your vision.
I mean, we saw where it was and was kind of able to figure out.
Yeah, we all know we're going to go
Wait.
straight until we hit the
Or I
river
guess
anyways.
Zell was able to tell us that, but other than that, I mean, it sounds like you have more experience in the dark than all of us together.
I mean, you've been in the dark every place I've been in the dark, which is several places.
Wait, because
Like when we went through the teleporter, when we went and trained at those with that weird troll druid, and I got my tattoo at. Those were all in the dark.
wait, Troll Druid.
Yeah.
Wait, wasn't that in the wastes?
Technically, that was in the wastes when you did that.
Oh, okay. Whatever. That was right outside of the dark, but we were in the dark previous to that.
No, because we got teleported there from the tower, which, like,
Oh, really?
I don't think we'd been like to the dark before.
No, we definitely went through the archway into the dark. Like that was our first time in the dark.
All right.
But anyways.
Perception checks for the party, please.
All right. Now that my perception is unfucked.
What the what?
He put some skills in.
No, I'm talking about for me.
Oh, no. I will grab a drink real quick.
Meat is hydration, right?
It is. Absolutely.
That's a 25 and an 18.
Uh, 18 spot, 13 listen.
And I am sitting at a 23-21, and number one's at a 23-28.
Apparently, all of us on number one see the exact same thing.
Do you?
Yeah,
And the
23,
number
23,
one's the best.
23.
I got a 25 and an 18 with my rolls. FYI.
Those of you who succeeded in the DC 15, so that being Korok and everybody above, will see that coming from this direction over here. There seems to be like large commotion, like rustling around. Those of you who beat the DC 10 in Listen will hear rustling and grunting. Those of you who beat the DC 20 spot check will see that it's something with gold fur. None of you rolled high enough to see it clearly through the deep forest.
In what
Can I make a
direction?
knowledge nature to decipher what I'm seeing?
Northeast on the board. I will
Okay.
ping again.
Can a knowledge nature help me make a better guess at what I'm seeing?
Sure.
I would like to assist. I do not.
23.
23 will tell you that it definitely seems to be some type of large mammal. The noise it's making implies that it's. I actually don't know what noise this creature makes. 1 second.
Yeah.
Does the
Yeah.
golden badger say?
Clearly, it makes the sound of a sick giraffe.
I ain't giraffe even.
Wah.
Yeah.
Well, it's making some type of snarling noise. It's not distinct to a particular animal, but it does sound throaty and large.
Does it sound like it is interacting with something else, or like?
Yes, the small peeling scream seems to indicate it's eating something.
I mean, I know other things are gold as well, but I'm pretty sure Zell was also golden.
Zell was golden furred. That is true.
I can scout ahead.
Hold on. I think we should try to sneak past this thing. Unless someone wants
Very
to.
unlike us.
I'm just trying to see what I have that can help us not.
I mean,
I thought I had pass without trace.
Stay here. I will get a closer look,
Oh, I do have pass without trace. Okay.
and I will report back shortly.
I have invisibility sphere. It's more
Hold
a
up.
matter of being quiet.
Guys, pass without trace. I can move through any type of terrain and leave without nor footprints nor scent. One creature per level touched.
But that
So-
doesn't necessarily. That means it can't follow us,
Yeah, it
but
can't
it
track
will
us.
hear us.
So both.
Hmm?
So sphere of invisibility and pass without trace.
Right, but we would still need to move silently.
True.
Um,
I mean, it would be very hard, I feel like, for them to track us.
I mean, possibly, but how long does pass without trace last for?
1 hour per level per creature.
So
Stay here. I will
wait,
scout
so
ahead.
it's 1 hour per level and then divided by the number of creatures, or is
You
it
can
just
go
1
ahead
hour
and
per
move on,
level?
Phil.
1 level per
Seems
creature.
like a good
1
plan, Korak.
Hey,
I'll keep
Sam?
an eye on you.
So for a whole day, we could leave no trail, or a whole half day, we could
Go
leave
ahead and
no
move yourself
trail
on the board, Phil.
in all of
Roll
us.
your,
Yep.
roll your
Where
checks.
where am I going to? Like, where I didn't see. I was not zoomed out enough to see where you indicated.
Crazy, send a picture to Spencer.
Yeah.
Anywho, Korok, as you are standing there, his chitin dapples and then he blurs, blending nigh perfectly into the woodlands. So that
Active
is
camo
a 32.
Okay. Go ahead and move yourself on the board.
And that's hide. Move silently. Is only a 23.
Morning, if you can cast, or if it doesn't hurt too much to cast move or pass without trace, and to have that prepared every day.
So Sam, I wasn't zoomed out enough to see where you were indicating the
North and
sounds were
east.
coming from. Northeast.
Yeah.
You say, Aaron?
Yeah,
The same-
I am
type it out.
I am slinking up to the
All right, you can roll a new perception check from that point, and here I'll ping it on the board again.
I am not seeing your ping.
Mm. It's more northeast now.
Like up here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's why I'm on another.
Oh, you're on a different layer?
Yeah,
I was
sorry.
gonna say I never saw your pings, but I thought it was
Oh,
Kango.
okay, okay, so yeah, let me quickly adjust myself to get more. Anywho.
I also did not see those pings.
22 and 24.
Oh, well, it's not hiding, and you moved quite a bit closer. Let's see here. Should be able to see it through there. It's a large golden covered fur back that has a brown stripe down the middle. It seems bigger than an oxen.
Is it quadrupedal, bipedal?
It has 4 legs and a big old snout. Sort of looks wolf-like, but it is not a wolf.
So a gold-backed wolfish thing.
Yeah, maybe wolf, maybe bear. I don't know. Maybe it's a rat. Somewhere in the middle.
If it was a rat, I would probably be able to tell by the teeth. Can I tell what it's chomping on?
Do you have a knowledge nature check? It's a basic animal.
Yeah. I'm not great at it, but 13.
Yeah, seeing as you're looking at it, you've never seen one quite this big before. Somewhere in the middle.
If it was a rat, I'd...
But that's a badger.
Oh, hey!
Get wrecked, Badger. You get what you fucking deserve.
No.
It seems to be eating a deer.
The badger is our friend. Yeah.
Maybe.
I slink back to the party. Do you want me to make another stealth check or?
Yes, please.
Okay, I can do that. Hide 46. Move silently 21.
Okay. You're back with your party. What would you like to do?
That is, oh, that's, yeah. It is a gold-furred badger larger than number 1. Says the bushes.
Thus spake Busha-Thustra.
Okay.
Make a knowledge nature to see if I think something like that would be immediately hostile.
Sure.
30.
Sam, I'm assuming, as I'm aware, like the dwarven god of werebadgers was tasked with our duty, and a giant golden badger is in the area. Is that a reasonable leap of logic to make? Whether it's him
you have been
or
hearing a lot
minion?
about badgers lately. That might be a leap of logic.
How much, or I guess, how much space is the diameter of each of these hexes?
I'm assuming 5 foot.
It's always 5. It's 5 feet unless I tell you otherwise.
Sorry, I meant on the map.
Yeah, 5 feet.
Yeah, 5 feet.
No. On the map. The world map.
Oh!
I don't have a specific amount. I mostly have a notation on there determining how many encounter checks you have to roll when you move through one of them.
Okay, how many encounter checks then?
Between you and the
To a hex.
water, I'm assuming.
How many encounter checks to a hex is just what I'm wondering.
In the dark between here and here. So from where you are to about halfway to the river is 2. When
Where
you go
we-
deeper into the dark, it gets worse.
Garrett, did
Okay.
you not call upon the favor of the dwarven god of werebadgers?
I did, but the point I was making is that they were coming from the south towards where we are headed, which is also south of us. So it seems unlikely that if they were heading there, that they were going to be up north where we are.
Out of character, we did spend a player point to get them there quicker.
But you are very far ways away. I see what he's getting at, and I can pull the map back up so you can see what he's talking about.
That would be lovely.
So we are here.
Yeah.
We are going here. They were coming from like here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There, I'll put a badger on the map.
That works.
Mushroom.
So it seems unlikely that this would be one of the werebadgers that is allied with the
Yeah, that would be that'd
dwarven
be quite,
werebadger.
that would be
demigod.
quite the wander. Okay, I did not realize that, like
Mhm.
angles we were coming from and what have you.
Oh,
That's
sorry,
a
wrong
different
map.
map.
That's Lakey Snakey. Sorry.
Leggy Snakey, that punk ass bitch.
Yes,
Yeah, I
bitch,
got
indeed.
eaten by a
Well-
bard.
Sounds like if this is not one of the allies that we have called upon, it is a potential future ally. And it's coming this way. So
It is currently quite distracted by its meal.
It's a we can roll a new spot check now that you are
What did
looking
I-
around. You guys have
I-
been having a nice, lovely conversation over here.
I rolled I rolled a 30 trying to determine if something like this would be hostile in this environment.
Sure. It seems well fed, seeing as it's got blood all over its muzzle, and you're not sure if it's finished its meal or not, but it's walking over and it's looking at you guys, sort of snuffling noises.
All right, I'm going to cast Speak with Animal on with my earrings that do that, and I'm
Sure.
going to say, "Greetings, great master of this wood."
The badger will look at you and say, "Greetings, druid. Why do you disturb my meal?"
We are only passing through to assist a friend with a task in the south of the river bend.
Ah, noisy, noisy, noisy. But I'm hungry, hungry, hungry. He'll take a couple
See-
more steps forward.
I can do about that.
Is he a hippo?
He's about the size of a hippo, if not a little bigger, actually.
It's just that he's hungry. Hungry.
Hey Tyler,
Yeah.
are you communicating the Badger's statement to the party?
I'm not gonna be like, "Hey guys, he says he's hungry," but one second. I will say, well, it seems like you've had quite a meal recently. Could we help you gather some more fare?
The badger looks at you and says, "Yes, more food would be good. I have a long ways to go."
Where are you headed? Because we are headed south. If we can help you hunt on your if you accompany on our travels, or if you
He
are
looks
headed
at you
in the same
and snorts. He looks at you and snorts and says, "If you are not a druid, I would kill you for that insult."
Question. So is what Tyler is saying understandable to us, or is
No.
it all in Badger?
Badger.
It's all in badger.
Okay.
He is quite literally grunting and snorting.
Oh yeah, but like different systems handle it slightly differently. So because I just speak normally, but the animal can understand me.
Sure.
The magic translates it.
But I'm slightly confused. I offered to help. He was into being helped hunting, but I was asking where he went, and he got upset about that. Or what did he get upset about?
You said that you had offered to give him food right now, and he was okay with it, but you
Oh,
offered to You offered to hunt for him, and he took it as an insult.
Oh, okay, I get that. Okay, I was just slightly confused about when that conversation. Okay, because I thought when I originally said, "Oh, we will help you get more food now," meant we would help him hunt for him. Essentially,
My intelligence score is 3, so
that's just fine. I essentially, and I'm going to ask him this very plainly: if you are going in the same direction we are going, we will provide more food than you would get on your own.
he snorts and says, "I'm not a wolf."
Oh,
He prefers his solitarity.
yes, I understand. Well, let me see what we can offer you, and then we will be on our way. I turn around and rejoin the party, and in common, I repeat, well, he's very hungry. Do we got any of that honey?
Korok begins reaching into his bag of holding with multiple arms and produces 15 pounds of lindworm.
The badger sort of snuffles forward and gives you a look up and down and sort of gently takes it from your hand.
And just for good measure, I will also produce a solid pound of cured meats. Got to get that salt and sugar, you know.
He'll take his new treats and he'll drag it backwards into the woods over here next to this tree and start munching away at it.
Well, those have been removed from my equipment list.
You'll notice as he's eating the lindworm meat, he begins to glow slightly.
Huh. Now I kind of wish I'd eaten some of that just to see what happens, but
I guess I will detect magic.
Transmutation.
Oh my. I guess. I don't know. Do we want like a knowledge arcana, a spellcraft, like
with them to get it back?
Knowledge arcana might get you close. Knowledge alchemy would get you closer. Or I'm sorry, craft alchemy would get you closer.
Okay, I don't have that. Oh, that was a shit roll. Yeah.
Roll a knowledge nature check on this creature now that you've seen it in person, by the way, party.
I'm assuming I don't get another go at that because I've already seen it in person.
You interacted with it, and it's clearly acting in a way that is not completely badger-like, so I'll let you make a new one.
Oh, fair enough. That tracks. All right. I'm not good at this, but... Oh, or I could just roll well. That works.
That does work.
Nat 20 from number 1.
Number 1 is the only one besides Korok who recognizes this creature for what it is. But this does seem to be a dire animal, and it does seem to be exhibiting a greater level of intelligence because of it.
So it is smarter.
Yeah, it's
Also
nowhere
just-
near human, but it definitely is acting in a way that would not be normal. None of you... Well, number 1, though, says that this creature is rare even among its kind.
So to paraphrase Robert Heinlein, it's as intelligent as a stupid child.
Yes.
So is this a celestial dire badger?
Number 1 says it's definitely not from the celestial plane. This creature seems almost legendary.
Mega dire badger.
I guess could I roll knowledge planes to see if there's any sort of extra planarity about it?
Sure. Then roll a knowledge knowledge. Nope, you didn't get it with the nature, so that's where it is. Number one doesn't know how to explain this creature to you, so all he says is it's a very old elder badger. Your knowledge planes tell you that this is indeed not a celestial creature.
We got
Oh,
Paragon.
not even necessarily celestial, just any kind of
No, any plane.
planar.
It is not
Okay.
influenced by the planes.
Okay.
Did I get anything with my 20?
Your 20 will get you that this is a dire creature, and it does seem... Yeah, the DC.
It is a dire creature that is a rarity among dire creatures.
Yeah. You're 1 point... Or, technically, you need to beat the creature's hit dice for you to identify it, but I'm just going to give it to you because you're 1 away, and it's legendary.
I was gonna say I still have some random ass fan pluses I could throw at it.
Give me 2 of them, and I'll tell you that it's a legendary animal.
I think that's how many. I don't know how many I have. I know it's more than 2. Ask John, he knows. But yes, fine. I'll just call it. I have used all my fan pluses to get that +2, just to avoid confusion.
All right. It is a legendary animal. This is a very rare version of its breed.
Did we just find a shiny Pokemon? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you did. You found a shiny Pokemon.
So maybe it's time for you to get a different animal companion, Corny.
I don't know if he likes me that much.
Corny, I don't think you have enough hit points to take this thing as your companion.
Yeah, probably also true. And I'm not exactly looking to switch over to a gigantic fucking... What size category is this?
Huge?
Because it looks like... Oh, okay, yeah.
So
He's just very fluffy.
You're telling me that you don't want a tank of a badger as your animal companion?
No, I honestly don't think I could. Like, it's a... Like, maybe if I was level 20...
I just meant more in general, not yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I don't hate the idea, but I would prefer to befriend it now, and if we ever see each other again, perhaps it may join us on their journey.
Okay, so real quick question, Sam. We can understand number 1, correct?
Number 1 speaks Dwarven and Orcish.
Okay, so yes.
Oh, he speaks Dwarven now.
I can.
He learned Dwarven on his adventures. Yes.
Okay.
I can understand number 1 because that's one of my additional languages. Did number 1? Is there anything I'm aware of that number 1 has not already communicated?
You know that on your own home plane, that legendary creatures, if you hunted them down, would give power. Not, you wouldn't say it would give great honor to humans, and other creatures would hunt them down for like various reasons. But you also know that there's a slight magical component if you were to collect one, and that they can be used for evil purposes if they are sacrificed.
So what I'm hearing is that Korok just fed a legendary dire badger some legendary meat. Well, I guess not necessarily legendary, but lindworm meat.
Yep. One of the oldest, tastiest meats out there.
Even if that one was kind of young-ish.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good thing to have around to give to a shiny badger when you find
If this creature was to fall into the wrong hands, it could be used to great ill effect. Though I suspect one would be quite challenged to do so.
So you've never heard of a badger, but you do know that the legendary deer took a company of 50 armed men to take down.
So you're saying
at least back on your home plane where they didn't have magic.
And how many of them survived?
Unknown.
Well, they have magic, it's just super fucking limited.
Yeah, you're
Right.
not giving it to the troops you send out to go hunt down a magical beast.
Absolutely true.
Sure, sure. It's just sort of 50 armed men were able to take it down. How many of them returned is unknown.
That's not how the
Clear.
story goes. It
Hmm.
was a story, not something he observed.
Ah,
I
So
think
the
we have
badger is
to-
done with its meal
Yep.
and is looking at you guys again.
um,
I say we keep walking.
I say
Oh,
maybe we
wait.
should be going.
Number 1 tells you one last thing, that is in fact not a male.
Maybe we should be going before she decides that maybe we are the next thing to eat.
Yes, I agree. I just go ahead and cast Pass Without Trace, or not Pass Without Trace. Sorry, Pass Without Trace on all of us. Just to help get away and not
From the
possibly
super
be
predator.
tracked by the super predator.
I said good day,
And-
madam.
And we will continue walking in the direction we were. At
Hey,
least I
John,
will.
are we at about an hour? Do we start at 8:30? Is that what I was tracking at?
The idea of us getting explained an encounter and then going on a break first.
All right.
Yeah, I'll take it from here. What's it's D100 D20, right?
Yep. Otherwise, you can click on your character and hit the encounter button.
No, well, it's too late now.
Yeah.
I've already.
Yeah, I actually don't see one of those here.
Count.
I don't know if this was made in this one.
Well, you've rolled up animals again, and I'm not going to go through the effort of having you guys roll through animals again because everything is terrified of the super predator you're standing next to. So no encounter for your next one. So when we come back, we will roll up your next day. We'll take a quick break.
Back to full.
So you were just talking about Corphalis. Would you like your update on your lovely teammate of the Dirty in his adventures with the Dirty Half Dozen?
Sure, let's take a quick update.
If he was here, I would have baleful polymorphed him into a male badger.
I don't think it would have had to been baleful. I think he would have been all for that.
I'm not certain badgers have mail. But no, fine.
Well played.
Like a post
played.
service?
Yeah. Look out, here comes the mail badger.
You're bad and you should feel bad.
Hold on, I need to
Rain, sun, hordes of goblins, whatever, we'll deliver. I'm not quite sure what he said, but I'm going to hold off on the recap on the other party because I think he's at least half interested in that one. Otherwise, let's see, we got the Trinity of the Sapphire, who... Oh, no, he's back.
Okay, go on.
So, party, are you guys aware that they entered one of the magical towers?
I was aware of that.
Okay. So after the Lakey Snakey battle, they ended up running around for a bit and getting some of their errands done, dropped the ship off, got John Iron to work on the ship, did a bunch of other stuff. And then they decided that the demons that got released at the killing of Lakey Snakey would be good targets for them to hunt down. So they chased down one of them who was heading towards one of the towers and went inside. So they followed the demon inside and have been traveling up through the layers of the dungeon to try and find this demon, which they don't know this, but if they watch the stream, they'll figure this out. But is actually on the first level and is stuck there because the party just totally skipped that entire level.
Wow.
Anywho, so they're traveling up this tower looking for this demon. Little do they know they went way ahead of them. Anywho, they've made it through 2 of the levels right now, and Corphalis has run into another demon recently who where's my notes here? Oh wait, before that, they were traveling around and they realized that they were really badly equipped for being in this tower, especially since they think that there's going to be more levels to this one than the ones that they traveled through previously. So they had been talking about summoning Hakim, and then one of them ended up picking up a magical book who they had to fight a book golem for. Once they picked up the book, they put it in a backpack, were traveling around, they were in another combat, and little did they know that this magical book was trying to be helpful because it's intelligent and used the card that was in the bag with it to summon Hakim. Hakim gets summoned to the tower. So Hakim is totally pissed, by the way.
Yeah. How dare you? You did what to me now? Why am I here?
Mm-hmm. Especially since he ran his face directly into the magical wards and lost his entire cart and a bunch of his other stuff.
No.
So they summoned him here to buy stuff from him, and
they were talking about it, and then they decided that it would be a bad idea, and then in the middle of the fight, the evil magical book they picked up and just stashed in one of their bags decided to do it for him.
So now Hakim is there, but with none of his stuff.
With very few of his things. I rolled a percentile on his items. Anywho, that was just the local bit of chaos that got caused by one of the monsters there. But they moved along, and they didn't know that they had been being followed by the Lakey Snakey demon, who ended up getting ahead of him. His name is Galzabu the Clever, and Corphalis ends up making a deal with Galzabu to be his what was the term that he used? It was a not crier. What?
Herald?
Herald, thank you. So he is retain the services of Galzabu the Clever for a certain number of souls a year.
So Corphalis is the herald to a demon.
No, the demon is his herald.
Ah, okay.
So this demon is now taken upon itself once they get out of the tower, if they get out of the tower, and they don't deal with this demon. If it gets released in the world, it's going to go around from city to city, telling people of the tale of Corphalis and doing other things.
I love it.
But we'll see how Kurt deals with that, especially since he did this and then he told the party that he wasn't going to be there for a while, which is a totally legitimate thing because he just had his baby. Congratulations, Kurt, if you're watching.
Congratulations, Kurt.
So his real life, I don't know if having a child is an accomplishment or a moment. I don't know, whatever.
Oh.
Sure.
I mean, yeah, it's a variety of things.
But all of those things got in the way of the clicky-clacky math dice, so he's out of game for a while, and now they have him and his demon walking around with him, and he's technically in the party pocket, so sort of untouchable.
Lovely.
Kind of a nightmare.
Yeah. They ended
For everyone.
up fighting a giant red dragon for that fight too. That was fun.
Nice.
I don't know, I've had a thick thing for giants lately.
Is it because the new Resident Evil?
No, I actually am going to blame Krunk on that one.
Oh, okay.
He became a giant, and ever since then I'm like, yes, I want giant monsters. You are totally muted there, bud.
So I am. I was gonna say Lady Dimitrescu is large by D&D standards.
Yeah, she is a brick house by music standards.
Mm-hmm. Mighty. Anyway, so yeah, that encounter that Korok rolled then was nothing because all the animals nearby are scared away because of the.
Yeah, there are no local animals.
Yeah. Okay. Well then, I guess. Hey, look, I rolled another encounter check. And testing out a macro that I then realized that I can't actually make available for everyone because I'm but a lowly player. And not any sort of GM powers.
You are but lowly.
Don't tempt me, Aaron.
Tempt him with a good time.
The chosen one, but a lowly player. Quite a statement considering your standing with your deity.
No, I'm talking about me and my permissions in Roll20. I said player, not character.
Percentile and a D10, please.
Yeah, it's there.
No.
Or, you can't see it? Oh,
no,
okay.
I see it. I need a new one. A percentile and a D10.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And which is right there. So because of the area, you only have the 2 encounters a day, 1 night right now. Let's roll to see what time of day it is in your travels. Can you roll a D12? So So you're 4 hours into traveling today. Or I should say you're about 2 hours into traveling because, 10 hours of travel, 2 and 2 of getting ready and setting up camp and then tearing down camp and all those other things. Unless you guys decide to change your usual thing. I need to pull up a monster. What is that motion, John? Or are you just drinking things? Okay. Okie dokie. Roll me a d12.
$11.
Yes, Mordecai? Can you hear him? He's screaming the song of his people at me.
Why not sing the song of his people at you? Would be the real question.
No, Mordecai, I'm not gonna let you outside just because you want to go kill moles or something.
But he wants to kill moles or something.
Alright. That will be fun. Ooh. Okay, D4. Three. Hey, spot checks from the party.
Seen shit.
Oh, I didn't mean to pray, but I'll take it.
Oh, I
Is
figured
he
you
praying
were.
while we had it?
I figured that you were praying to number one to bless you and keep you number one for.
I mean, blessed is number one amongst all the things,
For they are the number one.
for they are the chosen number one.
Number one is wondering why you're saying your good night sleep to him right now.
I mean, why not number one?
Because he doesn't
I
want to go to
can.
sleep right now. You can say these things when he wants to go to sleep.
Fair enough. It's because I love you, number one. That's why.
Well, number one sees that there seems to be a large number of humanoid shapes standing in the distance to the south. Apparently nobody else sees it.
That's right. Go number one.
Number one snorts and says in Dwarven, "Who are those people over there?" And he shuffles his head and points this way. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. One moment. Here you go. You can make a new spot check if you'd like. Otherwise, you can move on the board.
There we
Well,
go.
Corny's finally able to see it. Those seem to be furry, large creatures about the size of a brown bear. In fact, they look sort of similar, except for they're wearing sort of scraps of leather and armor, and their fur is gray.
Where are they?
Now that you can see them, I will put them on the map. Open layer. They seem to be standing there in very passively.
I still don't know if I can see them.
Oh,
Are they on the side of the map?
they're on the south side of the map, yeah.
Yep. What are they doing?
They're standing there very passively.
Okay.
And are we still traveling, or is this us setting up camp?
You are on the road for your first 2 hours of travel today, and you see these off the side of the road.
Okay.
I think we should just keep walking. And
Yeah.
hopefully they don't mind us any harm. I will continue riding my jackalope in the same direction, unheeded by the presence of these creatures.
All right. Go ahead and move yourselves past. Anybody want to take any actions as you're moving?
I mean, I guess I will keep looking for them because I haven't seen them yet.
Sure, go ahead and make a roll. 15. Now that you guys are closer, you are able to spot them over there in what seems to be a opening in the trees. Passive, gray, bear-like creatures wearing little straps of armor standing extremely passively.
You say you say bear-like creatures? Are they humanoid or are they more?
They are humanoid-ish. They're like bears standing on their back legs.
Like bug bears?
Yes, the poor bastard bugbears. They're so ugly, but yes, they look like bugbears now that you pointed out.
Oh, okay. Are they looking at us?
Nope, they're standing there looking in odd directions, and now that nope, 17, you just see them standing there in the distance. They look oddly gray and passive.
They do not appear to be moving at all.
Correct.
Weird.
We're still we're way more than 60 feet away from them. I mean, bugbears are not normally gray, right? I mean, what would that be, like dungeoneering?
Bugbears are a creature, yeah, dungeoneering would work.
Okay.
Arcana would also work because they're sort of the bastard child that a wizard made, mixing a goblin and a bear.
Okay.
Dungeoneering check tells you that bugbears come in all kinds of varieties of colors, but most commonly they come in the colors that bears do.
Okay, but
so gray is very uncommon and would be pretty rare.
I've seen a bear do things even a bear wouldn't do.
I mean, are they like pretty uniformly gray?
Yeah, though now that you're actually paying really close attention to them, they seem sort of molted or patchy.
Yeah, I mean, like I've seen a couple bugbears before. They're usually, are those statues?
They don't seem to be moving at all.
I mean, sorry. Are those statues was more to the group?
Your guess is as good as mine, buddy.
Either there's a craftsman, there might be either a craftsman wandering the dark, or we may need to keep our eyes open for like a basilisk or cockatrice in the area, I think.
You guys going to move any closer, or would you like to continue along here?
kind of in a hurry, I think, still.
right. You're more than welcome to continue moving. Your rate of pace will greatly outstrip these creatures, so you're welcome to continue moving.
Yeah.
Seeing as I'm not moving. And seem unaware of you.
Well, who's got the next check?
Call Rock.
Yeah, go for it, Clark. This is your adventure.
All right, I can do it again.
I'll be right back.
I was filling out my notes. I apologize for the dead air.
We're also waiting on an errand. To be fair.
All right. Whoa, a 1. And an 81. Okay.
Woohoo!
Roll another percentile. Okay. Spot check for the party. There seems to be a lot of animal life moving around in the area. Dunlock, you see it pretty clearly, but you see that a large number of animals are just sort of getting up and leaving the area like they sense something like a predator coming. You get that especially from the birds that are on the ground. They all seem to move higher. Number 1 will tell you that he sees something gold following them or following you guys from behind a couple hills back. And once he points it out, you also see it, Dunlock.
Is it by chance very large?
It is very large.
Like very, very large?
And fluffy.
I'm going to recast Pass Without Trace on all of us.
I mean,
And I'm just going to keep it up at this point.
let's say, has it been long enough for it to fade?
I mean, it did last for the last 12 hours. So there was at least 12 hours of us moving that he shouldn't have been able to track us without magical means.
You guys are heading down a straight road, dude.
I mean, I get that. If we're walking down a road, yes, that's fine. God damn it.
We are walking down a straight road.
Fucking badger.
Mushroom.
I mean,
But it is far enough behind you, and you guys are moving quickly enough that you do not have an encounter.
Got that going for us.
Whoa.
so, I mean, if we are worried about it potentially, or her potentially catching up to us, maybe if, like, we get out far enough ahead, or we were to hunt any of these fleeing animals and leave them on the road, by the time she gets to be like, ooh, a snack.
Ooh, piece of kobold. Ooh,
You're a
piece of
snack.
kobold.
Would you like to roll a survival check to hunt? Keep in mind the DC is higher at the moment. We are very aware there is something terrifying near.
Again, this was a suggestion. I could not survive in the wilderness on my own.
My survival's not great, but it works.
I do not fear this badger behind us. It has easier prey than us.
Or I could roll really well. 27.
If it is for any reason tracking us, it does not know it is on our trail, likely, because we are not leaving footprints or any means by which to track us. I think it is just happening to be going in the same direction as us at the same pace. But also, as I said, I do not believe that it would choose to hunt us when there is so much easier prey available.
That's a fair set of points. I can't really argue any of that.
Oh, that was your second encounter for 9-13. Roll your next one. You are almost at the city here. In fact, this is your last check before... Sorry, one more after this, and then you'll be at the city.
Okay, Nick, go for it. You haven't rolled one yet.
Oh, that'll be interesting. All right. Percentile on the D20. No, middle of the pack. Nothing insane.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
Or is it?
That is always the problem when I'm involved.
Yes, the city of Partok. Wait, I think 16. Yeah, Partok. Oh, Dunlock. Let's see what you got here. 9 and 53.
This time.
Roll percentile.
47, right in the middle of the pack again.
47. At least you get to roll on the next table. Let's try this again. Give me 100%.
59.
Right in the middle.
Smack dab in the
You
middle
stayed
again.
right in the middle the whole time. Okay.
Consistently.
There seems to be a strong amount of weather heading in a wind heading in the direction you guys are heading, and you can see that there's a large storm ahead of you.
The storm. That's not so bad.
It seems to be circling around an area that seems to be another 4 days travel from where you are at, arriving at the city. And I'll go ahead and show you here. You've moved forward quite a ways. Whoop. I'm going to put you at Partok and just not bother moving you right now. But if you're looking at the map here, you feel like the storm is circling over here.
Well, that was one of the domains of the demigod that I ended up calling upon, so I guess that makes sense. I'm just a little surprised we can see it from that far away, but...
Yeah, it's a pretty big storm.
Oh.
Biggest storm is best storm.
You also feel like it's going to rain tomorrow.
Okay.
You're not a weather wizard, but damn if you don't think it's not going to rain tomorrow.
I can feel it in me stones.
Oh.
Cheers to that.
There goes my water. Okie dokie. Second encounter for the 14th, and you'll be at the city. Are you guys just going to go around the city and keep going, or are you going to engage with the city?
I have nothing to do with the city as far as that's for my vote.
Yeah, I think he's right. Our goal needs to be.
I mean,
Okay.
in
we got
theory,
a job to do.
in theory, going through the city will be a straighter path than around it, and is also less likely to arouse suspicion.
It gets crazy, snuffling creatures that may be following us slightly off our trail.
Also, that
Potentially, yeah. What I guess
67 and 16.
I'll say, what do we know about the composition of the city?
Sure. Roll knowledge local check. And knowledge nobility would also work.
Okay.
Different sets of information
Huh.
there, of course. Good job, encounter check. That's actually one of my no encounter spots. Wow. Anybody else want to help there or roll your own?
encounter check. So do you
No,
want to
No.
He's asking about the city you guys are going to. So a knowledge local and a knowledge nobility.
Oh, I misunderstood. I thought that was an encounter check.
I actually have
Oh,
a rank in an appropriate knowledge local.
You
So-
do now. Between you and Garrett, you are able to determine that this is the city of Partak. The mayor, Greba Westbrook, is a half-male orc who runs the town through, I'll just call them mob tactics.
Okay.
Super classy mob tactics.
Yep. This town itself has a number of local attractions, one of them being the tavern called the Blind Arrow. It has a blacksmith, an alchemist, a jeweler, enchanter, and a general store of various names. The city itself is known for being a hunting and trading city. Humans and other races will come into the dark about this far to trade with some of the people there. The city itself isn't closed to humans or other races, but it is culturally insensitive to anyone who isn't originally from the dark. Though, as I said, this is one of the main trading posts. So, as far as population goes, this is probably the highest of goblinoid or ogre or troll or things that live in the dark. Any other random questions?
How do you spell it?
Oh, Partack.
Okay.
Partak, Sartak, and Leaftak are all towns of the former empire here.
Perhaps they'd still be around if they had more tack.
You say that, but that empire was destroyed when the last undead invasion happened. Okay, John.
Or the fall of hardtack.
Okay.
If you guys are just passing through, I'm not going to make it too difficult for you. You can pay your silver and stay at an inn and just move on in the morning.
Sounds good to me.
Yep, we're in a hurry.
Mhm.
We're on a crunch.
Because you guys are from out of town, they'll charge you 1 silver a night.
I will not pay them a silver. I will just perch on the top of the building and watch.
That's right.
I will be charge a silver for the watch provided by our insect companion. Just kidding.
I will just pay the silver for him.
Okay, I was going to do it.
Because generally speaking, the room also comes with a meal that perhaps Korok would actually be interested in.
There might be meat involved.
Merge.
You do like meat.
You do like meat.
What do I have in the tavern here as the meal? An entire
He's got
pheasant on
the
a stick?
meat.
I'm gonna say if we're in an orc town, meat is a pretty solid option likelihood.
It's an entire pheasant on a stick with an onion stuck up its butt.
I would actually, while everybody's getting settled in, I would like to go to
Cloaca.
the butcher shop.
Sure. I'm assuming you're just buying meat in case you get followed by a giant gold badger.
Maybe, you know.
How
I
much
fig-
gold would you like to
I
spend?
figured should get some meat.
Sure.
Let me see. What is the nicest meat they have?
They said that they recently had a hunting party take down a Bronchiosaurus, and they have a large piece of its leg meat here still.
Right, I will purchase that. How much?
The dinosaur meat costs 1 gold a pound.
All right.
They travel in herds and are notoriously hard to kill.
I will take 100 pounds of.
100,000 pounds.
No, 100 pounds of what? Brontosaurus? No, what did
Yep.
you say? Yeah, okay.
Apatosaurus.
I believe you said Brachiosaurus.
I did say
Brachiosaurus,
Brachiosaurus.
yeah.
Any other random shopping while you're here?
Nope.
Cool. It's just a couple minutes to 10:30, so I'd like to take a very quick 5-minute break so I can grab my rice, and we'll come back after that.
Okay, quickly. Sorry. No,
sure.
that's fine. I
What's
can ask
up?
you out of game, but I was just curious if I could gather information also on where these dinosaurs are located, because I would love to study them so I could shapeshift into them.
Oh, they're all over the dark. Just go find them.
Okay, great. No, that's good. That's what I figured.
I make everyone uncomfortable by slowly consuming the pheasant with my horrible insect mandibles.
want to turn into a cave cricket.
Man, that would be terrifying.
Right? I don't
Dire cave cricket. Just
Go to the Underdark and you can probably find a
terrible
summon.
mandibles chewing the face off.
Well, tell you what, Lunars are out for Exalted 3rd Edition now, and I've got a couple games with room. So if you want to be a crazy man who could turn to a giant house-sized cricket, that can be arranged.
It's terrifying.
One of the characters in my pirate game is pretty much what if Davy Jones and the Kraken were the same thing. Good fun. He is making a cult of crazy people. What could go wrong?
Do not want.
So I got my meat.
Yeah.
And my meat's in my saddlebags.
And dinosaurs are just kind of around.
Dinosaurs are just kind of around in case I want to find some and turn into one. Because I've heard that is something druids are wont to do once they can turn into huge creatures.
Yeah.
I like to point out there are medium-sized dinosaurs.
Oh, and that's great too. But huge.
Fuck that. Go for smaller, tiny sized dinosaurs. Get a velociraptor.
Yes.
Or
Hey,
go for
Deathly.
large and
Hey.
a Utah raptor.
You talk all that logical size of velociraptors at me.
He wants to be a Stegosaurus, bitch.
No, I want to be an Armadon.
I gotta look
Not
that
an
one up.
Armadon bit.
All right. Well, yeah. Anything else that anybody wants to do in town, or should we carry onward?
Carry on, my wayward son.
By Armadon, do you mean giant elephant?
No.
Or are you thinking like an Ankylosaurus?
Oh, wait, Armadon was the one from Primal Rage.
Yeah. If anything, Armadon is closest to a Styracosaurus, which is the Triceratops with the one nose rather than like the spines on its crest.
But no, what's the one that has the like mace tail?
An
That's an
Ankylosaurus.
Yeah, that's what I would.
That's an Ankylosaurus.
Or Ankylosaurus, yeah.
Yeah, not Ankylosaurus, Ankylosaurus.
Dinosaur tank.
That one. That's the one I want to be.
Okay.
Or a shieldback lizard in Exalted.
Oh, good. Ankylosaurus are in D&D 3.5 rules.
Should be.
Yeah, they are.
I think they got like most of like the big staples.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because it came out right at the same time as a lot of dinosaur stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Word. All right. Well, off we go to the east then.
Where you go, then? Where you go?
River.
Are you going to continue to follow the road?
Is
Follow
there?
the Yellow Brick Road.
Oh wait,
Follow
can
the
we
Yellow Brick
see
Road.
the primary map again, please?
Yes.
Okay, so we're just at the first city. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you
Yep.
only traveled for 3 days.
Yep. No, I wasn't sure if we were at the river yet because I didn't remember there was a city in between the river and there. So, do we want to travel along the road until we get to the river and then head east, or do we want to cut off of the road and head south and possibly run into some dinosaurs?
Plan, follow the leader here.
I feel like the road is probably the safest and fastest for most of us.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably the way we should go.
And
Yep.
then all I need is an encounter check.
Not it.
Okay.
And you're
By
the
the
one
way,
who wanted
it's-
to run into a dinosaur, so
By the way, we're up to 3 per hex now.
We only need to run into dinosaurs by Providence.
So it is now. Are we on 9:15? Is that correct?
I do have you on 9:15. That's correct.
Okay.
Bup, 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 bup. 4 and 48. You guys are on the main road. That's good. 48. Oh man, roll another percentile. Man, this Thunder God is really doing his thing. That storm's getting bigger.
Oh no!
2 more
not
encounter
us.
checks for the day.
I hate those, cackled the druid.
And it is raining now. You're down to a more limited visibility.
Good thing I'm a mountain crane, or else this moisture would be a bitch.
Chitin rot.
Yep.
Yeah, you're in a hardcore jungle right now.
I'm not comfortable, but
You're more comfortable with the heat than everybody else is.
yeah.
It's just muggier. It's just muggier than you're used to.
Have you heard about that ant colony that spans continents, and it's like the largest conflict in the world between the two dominant ant colonies from like South America and West Asia or somewhere. I can't remember where the other chunk is, but basically one ant colony is invading the other one from across the sea, and it has become this massive conflict involving billions of ants.
But I want to look it up now.
Yeah, it's cool actually. It's like this crazy intercontinental war of these like two massive breeds of ants.
Oh man. All right. I'm just gonna pause it right there, and I'm gonna come back to that. That looks dope.
Okay, yeah. It's really cool. But anyways.
Oh, the BBC has an entire thing on it. To ants now. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well.
All right. I'll just go back and let's see. You have one more encounter check, and then you got your evening encounter check as you move along.
Mm-hmm.
I have my table pulled up, so I'm ready.
Okay. Who has the next one?
Make
I've
Phil
done
do it.
like. Okay, I'll do like my fourth.
Seeing as you guys are getting like 20 encounter checks done today, 53 and 5. Son of a bitch, you guys are like hitting the weather change. Like this is quite literally the 6th weather change you guys have hit right on the head. Roll a percentile.
All right.
Weather change and local animal. Well, whatever.
Can we get
25 again.
Can we get Corny his
Thunderstorm.
Angelus Morris?
Well, if you roll up I'll tell you what, if you roll up local animal again, if you actually roll dinosaur, I'll give you Ankylosaurus.
I'm rolling.
And your D20.
Right, middle, baby. Middle always wins.
9, 50 on the nose.
Well, what do you know? It's a motherfucking dinosaur.
Get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur. Something like that.
I like
I have the Mario Brothers riff tracks for the record.
Roll a D20. And what is your alignment? Or actually, what is the alignment of the party? So we've
Good. So I probably slightly
Yeah.
raised.
Lawful good.
Neutral good.
Lawful good.
got. Okay, so with a full party of good aligned, that would be a +5. So D20 +5.
So adding my 5 bonus from my cheers collectively.
Okay, so that gets you to 10. Anything
Or-
else you throwing
Well,
on?
no, it'd be 15 because he just rolled a d20.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
So 15 it is.
Good. I needed to use those cheers up.
Yeah, right?
You know, normally I think you'd expect that you'd use them on like an attack roll or something like that. But
Man, I always forget I have them when they're important. So I'm just going to spend them on frivolous bullshit.
yeah.
And since it's use it or lose it, may as well use it on frivolous bullshit.
Fair point.
So as you guys are traveling down the road, a very interesting thing happens. Nice 50%. Let me put you on the board.
We encounter a Tarrasque.
Ha!
Not a Tarrasque.
You say that, but you
The
actually
Tarrasque.
could have just rolled that up. So
Bruh. There's a whole planet of the bastards.
oh yeah, I saw your Facebook post the other day. That was, or
I mean,
was that a Facebook post?
I think I shared it. No, I think I shared it in one of the chats.
Yeah,
Because
that's what
people
it was.
were talking about, like, there only being one Tarrasque. I'm like, technically, there's a fuckload of them.
Yeah, there's a ton of them.
Yeah,
planet-
well,
the
there's a whole
planet-
planet of them, and then there's also the Tarrasque.
Yeah, but the Tarrasque was pulled to insert appropriate
Like,
campaign
the
setting here from Falks.
There's the Dragon Balls, but then you go to Namek, and then there's a fuckload more different Dragon Balls.
well,
I know.
7. Hmm.
As you guys are walking down the street, or I'm sorry, the road, and the rain comes pelting down upon you, a crack of lightning goes above your head, and you see
What
Good
are we
head.
doing?
you see something shoot up from the road in front of you.
Knowledge, nature.
Sure, maybe a spot check too.
18 on my knowledge, nature. 34 on my spot check.
14 and 18, spot and listen.
18, 20, 17, 24.
So as you guys are watching, you all hit the DC save to see that this seems to be a tree that's growing up near instantaneously in front of you. As it finishes getting up to a full height of 35 feet, it just seems to expand out in width and grow a pair of arms, deepen its face, or deepen the front of it into what seems to be a face, and warp and transform into what appears to be a 35-foot tall ent.
An ent as opposed to a treant?
Treant. My apologies.
Okay. Just making sure.
I cast Speak with Plants.
Aren't treants intelligent creatures? Do you even need to do that? I don't know.
I will.
But, alright.
I mean, it says it lets me speak with normal plants and plant creatures, which I would assume this would be considered as plant creature. Sure, it could maybe comprehend a language that I speak already, but now I know I can speak with it.
Okay.
What do you say?
Say, hello, master. Greetings, master of this wood. Sorry, I'm not laughing in character. It's just funny to me because that's exactly what I said to the badger.
Mm-hmm.
Is what you said to the badger.
You hear a booming voice that echoes out almost as loud as the thunderclaps. Shalom, my thirst for knowledge grows. Lend me your wisdom and bury my doubts.
Luckily for you, I am the wisest of our party. What would you like to know?
Question, is he speaking in plant?
No, he boomed out in common.
How, well, at this point, I respond, how do you wish to increase your wisdom? How might we assist you?
Give me your first memory. Give me a memory of the first songbird you saw in the depths of spring, or your first snowflake of winter.
I describe in detail the first time I heard a songbird in spring. Should I make
He
a
said,
check?
"Go ahead."
Oh yeah, I got my new charisma bonus. So that's a 4.
He booms out, "That was a lovely story. Hand me your hand to..."
I approach him and hand him my hand.
Feel a warmth that you wouldn't expect when you touch a tree, and you feel a snap of power as what you feel like the warmth of nature is just flowing through you. Do you make a will save to prevent him from taking this memory?
Nope, I'm gonna give it to him.
His eyes will glow and he'll release your hand and say, "Shalom, blessed are the children of the forest."
Yes, blessed are the children of the forest.
Okay.
Don't mind me as I just lick my bowl.
All I heard was "Don't mind me" as I lick my balls.
So
Don't mind me, please lick my balls.
does he seem satisfied at that point, or is he still...
Sense motive.
Look at his face. He does not look satisfied at all.
Any of us truly satisfied?
Maybe, I don't know.
Not.
If with Corny over the jackalope, it looks like Jacornapi, and I feel like that's a good name.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. You can abbreviate yours and your companion's name, I suppose.
So, have I ever met a treant before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the waste.
You met a cleric of Renthrelstein a while back.
And we met...
I remember now. Yeah, I forgot.
And the treant and the imp?
Yep. I don't recall the imp. Was it? I might have. I know I was gone one of the days you guys interacted with the imp.
The imp was, in fact, along with what was it, like some sort of small cat type person? Like they basically habitated in that treant while they were
Oh, okay.
Yep.
going around fighting evil.
Yeah, I think I was absent for at least the explanation of that. But okay, good to know.
Yep, and that particular ent was based on a weeping willow.
Yes, I recall that detail.
I walk forth and I guess, yeah, not knowing anything that this memory was actually sucked out or anything like that. I walk forth telling him of the first time I remember seeing snowfall while playing in the manor of my parents, and just both delighted and confused at what was happening, as I had my older siblings had told me of snow, but I had not yet seen it, and the first one did not land anywhere near me, but my siblings got great enjoyment as I ran around the yard with my tongue out, trying to catch one.
He will nod and thank you for your story and say, "Will you lend me your hand?" He'll reach out and you feel the power of nature begin to flow into you with a warm energy. Do you make a will save to resist?
I would like to, as I initially feel this, I guess like a spellcraft check or something, just like if I can figure out what's going on. I imagine that my immediate reaction is going to be attempt to resist, but
That's all you need. Make a will save.
well, oh no, I meant, but upon identification of what might be happening, I might change my mind.
Sure. Your spellcraft check seems to be he's flowing positive nature energy into you, and it seems like like a fishhook, maybe? Like he's gonna grab something specific?
I will not resist.
Cool. The memory leaves your mind, and he says, "Shalom. One should live in harmony with nature in all of its variety. Those who destroy or otherwise harm nature deserve swift vengeance in an appropriate manner. Those who are one with nature have little to fear. Although well-meaning but foolish, they are sometimes brought down by the danger that they could not avoid or divert. The wilds can be ugly, dangerous, or terrible, but these things are part of nature and should be respected as much as those that are beautiful, harmless, or wonderful."
You are wise beyond our own. Do you?
So,
I want to ask him if he knows of those that do harm nature in this area. If he's knows of a troll werebear that resides near the Black River.
You already offered him a memory and he gave you words of advice. He nods once without saying anything.
Do you know how I could track this evil creature who harms nature to bring him justice?
He shakes his head in a negative.
Okay. Well, I will continue and attempt to do so. of my own accord then.
He'll look at the rest of the party. Does the remaining people look like they're going to acquiesce or not?
I have a question about that. So, like, I assume that I at least recall what I told him.
Yep,
Do
but now you can't summon up the memory that you had described.
there just feels like a blank spot in my head.
Just a tiny one, yep.
Hmm.
Sort of like a missing tooth.
Okay.
I am not going to offer him up any memories.
Offer him the memory of Goldley's death.
That's
No.
not even what he asked for.
Oh, I'm kidding.
You have Goatley's death memory.
When
no.
you say that, he says, any memory of nature.
Even if it's a young child kobold and a deep dark hole.
No, I will not offer that. Nature. I'm just trying to think of an appropriate memory of nature. Yeah, I think fine. I will step forward and offer him a memory of nature. When I was a wee dwarven lad, too small to leave me mum still, I stepped out into the snow for the first time, and I slipped. And I slipped right into a yellow patch. And it wasn't the kind of yellow patch you'd think. Me mum had made something to train me, to keep me away from all the nasty things out there. So she protected me from the worst by dumping lemonade on the snow. And it was a delicious lemonade patch in the snow.
That sounds like a trap to trick you in the future.
Who told you it was lemonade?
Me mum.
I've met your mom. She doesn't seem that kind.
The treant creature reaches his hand forward and says, grasp my hand.
Touch the treant's hand.
You feel a warm, flowing, positive nature energy flowing through you. Do you resist it?
No.
He says, though I have much wisdom to give, instead I will offer you a thank you. Your beast is mighty and belongs here on my plane.
Okay. What does he mean by that? What's going on here?
Anything else?
Nope.
Sounds like
I'm
it's
gonna
a
go
rip.
get back up.
Rip
Go
number
back.
one soul in half to make him a resident of this plane.
We go pop back onto number one, I suppose.
Technically, number one is a resident of this plane. He came through a gate spell to come here.
Oh,
That's
is that
not-
change your-
that's-
oh,
Well, I mean, he could be banished, but
Sure. But then he would have to be proper banished for anything bad to happen to him.
yep. But in fact, you could get a feat called Naturalized Denizen, which would prevent him from leaving the plane without his consent.
Yeah, without his express consent, turning him into just an official, normal part of the plane.
Though,
Yep.
I mean,
And then when he gets banished, he just goes 100 miles plus one.
point. If he were banished, wouldn't number one technically just end up in Moradin's stables at this point? What with being a special paladin mount?
Yes, he would go. That is where he would go. Well, he'd get the option of there or the Wildlands.
But regardless of which, then Dunlop could just
Summon
call
him
them
again.
back.
Yeah, but he wouldn't be a naturalized denizen at that point.
Right.
He would be a summoned creature.
And then would be subject to the
Traditional
paladin
roles.
time limits.
Yep.
Hmm.
But at the moment, he is right there. All right, John, just give me 1 sec. Looks like John is calling for a shot. I don't know if... Can the audience see you, John?
Now I'm
Okay.
down tucked away in the corner. I guess I'm not cropped properly, but that's okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, Corviatoris, do you mean wiped with poison oak? Does that mean like a TPK with poison oak?
I believe that's what they would be referring to.
At that point, it looks like there is no other... Are you going to consent, Phil?
No.
That's what I thought. At that point, the treant will look down at the group and says, "May you travel through nature, the woodlands, with freedom. May you not be hunted by predators and beasts. May your journey be swift to return you to that one's kin." And at that point, the entire tree just seems to reverse its growth down into the ground.
Fuck yeah.
Like it just goes back to like, I guess
It-
not perfectly, but like the road is whole once more.
The road
kind of
is whole, but the dirt is definitely disturbed.
Okay. So there's no sign of it being there, but it's more or less back to how it was.
Yeah, I mean it's now not flat and it's sort of a ripped up road space.
Okay.
Almost like a tree was grown there and then magically disappeared.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
so we travel onward, blessed by the treant in exchange for our brain bits.
I'm into it.
Whatever. I mean, it's not often people roll 50s, so whatever.
Nice. I like it though.
But as Phil said, you definitely could have rolled up the Trask. That would have been fun.
That would have been engaging.
So
Is that actually an option?
On that particular table, yes, in fact it is, because those are representative deities on this table.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I was kind of wondering when, like, you just pulled out the face of Obed High.
Yeah. Anyways, that encounter check will decrease your chances of running into beasts or things hunting you for the duration or for a couple of days. Good job with your random roll.
Hmm.
We like the random.
I will hereby retire from encounter checks for the evening after taking care of getting that one.
Mm-hmm.
Come
Reasonable.
on, double or nothing.
All right. Popping one up there for when we next need one.
Just taking notes.
Hello, roller.
All right, 22 and 12. Oh, the blessing is about to do you well, isn't it? Roll a percentile.
Nine to 7.
Okay, no encounter.
Aw.
Right.
Well, actually, there is a chance it's that dinosaur you're looking for. Roll again.
It's better if the dinosaur finds me. Yep. It's like wands in Harry Potter universe.
Nope, you actually rolled up ROTSs.
No.
Revenge
Get
of the
that
Sith.
turf shit out of here.
Wait, ROTSs or ROUSs?
Oh, ROUSs. My bad.
Rodents of
Tiny size.
Another
So-
game.
terrifying size.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. You see a few rodents of terrifying size scuttling around in the bushes, but
Those bushes of terrifying size.
dude, this is like a prehistoric jungle you guys are moving through. With dinosaurs and giant creatures and
In another game, my man, I used Weaselmancy to befriend some ROUSs.
Weaselmancy.
Tyler,
That-
what's the veil in World of Warcraft with the dinos?
Can you roll up another encounter check while you guys were talking?
The crater of Ungaro.
Goro crater, yeah.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
We've been doing so good, now fucking Aaron shit in the bed.
Do it, Aaron.
Oh no.
Bring it down upon us, my brother.
Right, 7%.
Uh,
You are in a dangerous area. That's true. Roll a d6.
mm, mm,
3. Mm. Roll on table 005E-4. Let's see.
Sounds bad.
That sentence.
I like that sentence. Keep it up.
Gross.
Roll a d4.
Mm,
Hi, Mordecai. What's up? Should I have them attacked by 1,000 kittens?
I have a very succinct answer for that.
A 3.
It's called Fireball.
Yeah, that is the solution to that particular problem.
Tangle and fireball.
Oh, I have a note here that says 30% of these might be led by a druid. Let's see if you avoid this encounter because you have a druid in your party.
So am I rolling
Percentile.
percentile? Okay.
Yeah. High or low in your favor?
Oh,
Nope. Definitely not.
30% of the time, you avoid this every time.
Okay. Region appropriate. Honestly, I think this is going to be more of a setup than I would like to do for tonight. How would you guys feel about calling game early? I know we started late, and I'm asking to you to end early, but I am totally wiped from working a 10-hour day today.
I am 100%. It's been a very long day, and I'm good with that.
I can live with that as well.
All right, well, you guys are on 9-16110, and I will take notes on what this is real quick.
Can you tell us before we call the game?
Yeah.
Yeah, cliffhanger that shit.
Establish our expectation.
So I got to figure out which one of these it is real quick. Roll percentile.
Again? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, Aaron.
62. Yeah.
I mean, obviously I didn't declare it
I'm just
ahead
gonna
of time.
I'm gonna leave you with this. put yourselves in the center of the map. You guys are traveling down the road as this happens. You look around you and you start to notice that the area around you seems clearer than it should be. There's no tree branches, or the tree branches are empty of leaves. The ground below your feet doesn't seem to have any weeds, and this area seems to spread out around you for a good couple 100 feet, so at least as large as the map. It's almost like there was a fire here, except for there doesn't seem to be any regrowth. As you look around, you can roll a spot check. And we'll just call it that you notice the major change at 100 feet into the differentiation. DC.
Nat 20.
Fuck, everybody got it.
We're like, this ain't jungle no more. What the fuck?
You'll
Bullshit.
look around and you'll see that a number of the trees seem to have large black vines on them with what appear to be gray fruit.
I find grapefruit.
The fruit themselves seem to be what would be an appropriate size?
Here, Dunlock, eat the fruit.
Oh, that's cool. You eat that fruit. Let me know how it is.
Let's feed it to the dire badger.
Each
What could go
fruit,
wrong?
you feel like you could fit a bicycle inside of each fruit.
Oh,
That's a big ass fruit.
I don't like this.
In addition, you'll notice that there is a very pungent odor in the air, almost like decaying plants. And Corny, I'm going to let you make a knowledge nature check.
32.
32.
I want to fight fruit zombies.
You know that this area that you're looking around you seems to be the effects of an evil druid, also known as a blighter. I'm sorry, not an evil druid, but an actual blighter. This is the area around you seems to be the effect of the opposite of plant growth.
All right.
And on that note, we'll end with the horror movie scene as the number of the plants pop. I should say the fruits pop with a gushing, wet noise as creatures get dropped to the ground around you.
Sweet.
Are these humanoid creatures or?
That is what I will leave for next game. Just the.
Huck rolled this encounter up.
So they're like slimy masses
all
on
Aaron's
the
fault.
ground.
Yep, this
They
is all my
they are
fault.
currently slimy fruit masses on the ground. Yes.
Well, here we go.
So I'll just go ahead and say we'll start next game with combat. Who are we voting for as a player or for player points? And then I'll ask the audience what their favorite moment of the night was.
I will throw mine at Corny for druiding all up in this biz.
Mine is also going towards Corny for, having all that nature knowledge and being able to talk to animals, talking to plants, all that druid stuff is been helpful. Like, we didn't get eaten by a legendary giant dire badger.
So glad we didn't fight that thing.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm in the same boat. I'm also voting for Corny because he pretty much carried us through this without any major issues, which has been incredibly valuable.
So I would point out that the dire badger didn't need us because of the hyper paranoid survivalist instinct.
I was going to give my point to Phil for having something to give to the dire badger.
I had a bunch of trail rations I could offer now.
I don't know if he would have picked that over lindworm meat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and yeah, honorary mention to Phil for making the legendary dire badger even more magical in the process of bribing it from eating us.
Yeah. Cool.
Very fair.
Oh God, what if eating the lindworm makes it decide, like, carry some sort of like bloodline grudge where it wants to hunt down Corphalis now?
Well, if you really want to know, roll a knowledge alchemy check, or knowledge alchemy, or knowledge.
Then I say we help it and
Arcana.
deal with this problem.
Knowledge arcana I could do.
I mean, I would not be opposed to the next
Oh, there we go. 33.
thing, the legendary dire badger in hunting down its blood feud with Corphalis.
Did kind of do this to himself, didn't he?
Well-fed badgers it might act as an aphrodisiac.
Hmm.
And there's a very sexy piece of man badger somewhere in this forest, and she can smell him.
So it was in fact
So-
entirely coincidental that she was heading in the same direction as us.
Well, yeah, she's got a goal, that's for sure.
You nasty.
Somebody asked getting laid this month.
Yeah, and I don't think that God is going to have a choice when she shows up.
Nasty.
On that note, John, can you want to jump on screen, tell us what the audience was talking about?
No, my camera's messed up, but I'll talk.
I see.
Stretch.
Misty Slayer has said the Chosen One's memory description. Corvia Torres has said corny for keeping them on a mostly safe path. Dude, we're on a road. And
on the road.
yeah. And that is what I see there.
Sweet. I totally agree with the role play. I'm going to go ahead and award 500 points for various role play and avoiding encounters and having a good encounter with the legendary badger and pretty much the day stuff. So take your 500 points of experience for excellent role play today. And Phil, I liked that you were the only one who didn't offer a memory, even though he was there actually to offer you assistance in your quest. So I will give you an additional 250
Wow, nice.
for being obstinate.
And just generally not trusting things that are magic.
Yep.
All right. Our choices for rating tonight are Music, Dying Light, and 7 Days.
Let's do some zombie killing. The party's about to go zombie hunting, so...
All right.
Oh, well, it sounds like we've been forced into zombie hunting, to be fair.
Well, now that you're here, are you going to walk away from a blighter in his brand new grove?
Probably not, I imagine.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
I
thinking
imagine
it might be.
always combat our way through on our way to a mission.
Yeah.
They'll be here on the way, I imagine.
I mean,
Ready?
No.
To be fair, this probably looks a lot to Korok like a defiler has been rolling through the area, And that is exactly the kind of thing Croc does not want to get anywhere near the clutch.
Yes, in fact, that would be an appropriate description of what's going on here.
It's a weird touch.